ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Emerge Wrestling Showcase. My name is Casey Johnson, alongside my broadcast colleague, Richey Stevens, and we are a couple weeks now removed from EMERGE14 Trilogy. We have had the chance to digest it, so let's roll up our sleeves and talk about this, because what an event it was.
Stupid, just stupid, so stupid.
Oh, well, we will definitely get to that, and I know
So
you have
stupid.
been less than happy since the conclusion of the main event.
Less than happy?
Yeah.
No, I'm more than less than happy, Casey. I'm furious.
Carry the one.
Oh God. Let's just talk about the event.
All right. Well, here in the pre-show, we had a very special pre-show match, which was the 8-Bit Punks defeating Guns and Aggression to defend the tag team championships. And as they, over the course of this match, you could see these two teams really it was very feeling each other out. They weren't they weren't that familiar with each other.
No, I mean, it was a very strategic move on both of their parts. It was a very smart move to do, just because they wanted to see their opponent's move list and just
and you see, for instance, in the early portions of the match, Damian Cole trying to throw off Guns and Aggression with some comedy, more or less, and it kind of did its job.
But I thought it was a rather good pre-show match. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I called that the 8-Bit Punks were going to win, but I do have a newfound respect for Guns and Aggression.
Oh yeah, well they attacked the champions in cold blood afterwards, so I would figure you would like them after that.
It just shows they're not messing around. Yeah, they may have lost, but that just shows next time they'll be ready.
There's no excuse for being a bad person.
It's not being a bad person, Casey. It's being strategic.
Oh, strategic. You're always making the right decision. Sorry, I got a little Chick-fil-A stuck in my teeth still.
Yeah, keep talking.
As we move to the event, we came out like always. We had, the crowd was going, the hot crowd, and then Dave starts, talking about the matches on the night, and immediately Donnie Idol walks out. And he was incredibly frustrated. He really, at one point, he was, and Donnie's not the kind of person to accidentally drop the mic, but he was such a pile of nerves that he dropped the mic at one point, just getting ready. He wanted to face the Hysteria. He just wanted his match to start already. And then that did not go as planned for him.
No, it did not.
So I want to walk you through my view of what happened during the Hysteria's entrance, because, to put it mildly, you're an idiot. And
me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think you actually made a shirt. During our prediction show, you started doing your stupid "I believe in Cole Radrick"
I believe in
thing.
Cole Radrick.
Yep, there it is.
I do. No. I got to sit down with the Hellfire Club, Casey, and I don't just believe.
You did?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got an interview with them.
Oh, no.
And I don't just believe in Cole Radrick. I believe in the Hellfire Club. I believe in Jeremy. I believe in Sage. And I believe in Christopher Icon. I believe in the Hellfire Club.
I'm so glad that you believe. So, they're coming out. 30 seconds later, you're standing on a chair. You've taken off your shirt at this point to reveal a shirt that says, "I believe in Cole Radrick." You did not even spell believe correctly. which I guess we can blame on the dyslexia. You get a pass for that. But either way, as the match starts, a lot of quick offense from the Hysteria there, and it looked at one point though like Donnie was gonna get the best of them, and then Jeremy Hadley showed up, and next thing you know, there's a springboard DDT which takes down Donnie Idol, and the Hysteria win through no fault of their own. Uh, and needless to say, Donnie Idol is not happy after that. We do have um, he has sat down with Christopher Lowe, and he has said he will go through every member of the Hellfire Club if he has to in order to get to Jeremy Hadley, and indeed he might have to go through all of them.
Well, if he does want to do that, Donnie Idol, good luck.
Good luck.
Good
Okay,
luck.
well, we'll see what happens here at EMERGE15 Triumphant when he goes up against Sage Phillips. Moving though from one of the hottest blood feuds in Emerge to another, we get um, Jacob Johns versus Remy Wilkins. In Remy's first real standout match here in Emerge, he was alongside Apollo a couple months ago. But Jacob Johns, I'll say Remy put up a fantastic fight, but Jacob Johns doing what we all knew that he could do, getting the best of Remy.
Jacob Johns is just he's a brute in general, Casey. There's yeah, I said brute.
It's a new word for your vocabulary.
No, I played a lot of Halo. But the thing about Jacob Johns, and we've talked about this before, it's hard to get him off his feet.
Yeah.
And we even saw Remy trying to take him down by just running into him.
Yeah. And
Remy,
it did
not a smart move.
It did not work out well for him, to say the least. I've said before that I think Remy has a fantastic future in Emerge, and I'm still going to say that. But it is painfully apparent that I think he has a ways to go, and he'll grow over time and he'll get more acclimated to Emerge. I still think he can be one of our top stars, and along with the rest of the Triple C's, I think they can be a force. But moving on, we got
Triple C's.
what we thought was going to be the match of the night, what we thought was going to be the most entertaining match, and it certainly delivered. Totelli Maverick won, as they started their best of 3 series. And this was a match that it felt like these two guys. This match started off kind of slow. Because I think they were really trying to, look ahead and not give too much away here in the first match, because, if you show all your best cards right at the start, then obviously your opponent's going to have an advantage, and I think both of them were trying to avoid that. Great back and forth match. These guys went through a lot trying to get to one another.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Casey, but this is the match that was only, 7 minutes?
Yeah,
and it felt like it was a 15-minute match.
It really did. The way that these two guys, in the time that they spent going against one another, they took everything out of each other. And Totelli ended up getting the victory here. He got his one up in the best of 3 series. Cannot wait for next month.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see part 2.
And you got to think it's only going to get better from here on out.
And I mean, who knows? We might have another match. We might only get this next match, or we might get 2 more great matches.
Yeah, either way, that's a solid point. The best of 3 series could end and I think it would be a disservice to these guys, but the best of 3 series could end in the pre-show next month. So, for goodness sakes, you guys got to be there for the pre-show because they put on a fantastic match, and
That means get your tickets now.
yeah, absolutely. Uh,
Pause the video. We'll be here when you get back.
exactly. So, definitely pause the video. Like tapping at their phones, like.
Did we pause it?
No. No, you didn't. God. Why are we like this?
Why are we friends?
I question that every day.
Yeah, same.
Next up, as we came out of the intermission, Kelly Klein versus Karma.
I think this deserved match of the night.
It was. Good Lord, these two ladies beat the crap out of each other.
And it was excellent.
Yeah, and I at one point during the match, and I think this really speaks to our champion here. At one point during the match, you turned to me and you said, "I thought they liked each other."
Yeah. I honestly
Because
thought they liked each other.
they do. They're you remember, like, Dave did that interview with Karma where he told her that she was going up against Kelly, and she was like, "This is awesome, you know, I want to go up against my friend," and then Kelly kicked the crap out of her because
Literally.
I don't think literally, actually.
Okay, kick the wind out of her.
There we go. That's better. And Karma had a bit of an injury early on that really didn't allow her to put up as much of a fight as I know she would have liked to. She rolled her ankle, and so that took away most of her offense early on.
Even with her at that disadvantage of rolling the ankle, she still put up a good fight.
Yeah,
but
that's
Kelly
true.
came out on top,
Yeah.
and like I got to give it to Kelly. I mean, Kelly is an excellent wrestler.
Oh yeah.
Especially because she's in ROH,
Yeah.
and she even wrestled
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
she wrestled on the pay-per-view pre-show the next night. So it was obviously huge props to Karma for putting up as much of a fight as she did, and I cannot wait to see what's next for Kelly Klein as the women's champion.
Yeah.
So next couple of matches here, dealing with the Outbreak title. Beautiful Brett Havoc, Greatest Show on Earth Trevor Court, Prodigy Zachary Wentz, and Austin Tyler Morris. 4-way to determine the number one contender. And if there was any match on the card, I think, and for as short as it was, especially, but if there was any match on the card that sort of outshone Totelli and Maverick, it was these guys.
See, I completely forgot about this match, Casey. Like, I thought I dreamed this match because that's how awesome this match was.
It was awesome, dude.
Kelly, Karma, I'm sorry, your guys' match was awesome, but this one does deserve match of the night.
And I'll tell you what, you're going to be able to see both of those matches upcoming on the next couple episodes of Showcase, so you can decide for yourself. But this match was one of those. Like, we're doing commentary, and it's one of those hold on to your hats kind of moments.
Like,
because
I was silent for a little bit because I was trying to keep up. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
right, you
because
got two guys fighting over here and two guys fighting over here on the other side of the ring, and you can't cover all
so
of
many
that.
dives too.
Right.
That's what got me. Like, you just see guys jumping over the ropes like crazy.
And that's what the Outbreak title is for. This is all guys trying to prove themselves, trying to make a name for themselves, and the hunger that all of these guys had in order to make a name for themselves, it just gave us one of the best matches. And I don't want to get too far into this because I want them to watch the episode with the match, but the blockbuster.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
One of the best moments as far as I'm concerned in Emerge history.
Yeah, that was Merch history. No, your moment's coming up.
My moment's coming up, that's right. I still got a sandwich left to eat even after all of this.
So
Either
stupid.
way, though, moving on to the Outbreak title match,
Awesome
which
match.
it really was. God, I'm
So,
sorry. No, hold on. No, you shut up. All right.
but I wanted to ask you about
Nope.
it.
No, you. Oh, don't worry. I'll talk about it. I can't. I can't.
This was
I can't.
awesome.
I can't put on my happy face any longer because screw the Hellfire Club.
Oh. Just because the Hellfire Club gets into it with your family every month now.
Yeah. What's up with this? All right. And so I want to be. My family was sitting right behind us. So my mom, my stepdad, my stepsister, and her kids.
And her husband.
Yes. And so, for no reason, before the match even starts, Jeremy Hadley walks over to me and threatens to smack the fat off me.
That was awesome. I couldn't
Which,
help but laugh.
ironically, about 8 years ago, I went to a show and I was just a fan in the audience, and he threatened to do the same thing. How about you get some new material? But
It's still really funny.
so obviously my family starts yelling at him, and so the entire Hellfire Club swarms my family and creates a situation. My stepdad had to be held back by security.
I just turn around and I just see Jason like going at it, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome."
Oh yeah, and you know why Jason went at him? Because Jeremy Hadley threatened to punch my mom.
Ooh.
That's why that happened. So yeah, real props to you, Jeremy Hadley. You're a great man, and you know what? I'm glad that Chris Caliber kicked the crap out of you.
Well, just give the ending of that match right there.
This is a recap show.
True. So yeah, Caliber won, sadly.
And that's what I love about Chris Caliber. Chris Caliber is there to stick up for the people who cannot stick up for themselves. I could not fight Jeremy Hadley. He would kick the crap out of me. But
Yeah, he would.
Chris Caliber, even Chris, he told me after the match that he saw what happened with my family and that he wanted to get a little revenge on Hadley for me because he knew I couldn't do it. So props to Caliber on that one. But creating a and I'll give credit where credit is due to my family. They were back in their seats by the end of the match, but they almost left the show because of something that the Hellfire Club did. And that's one of the most unforgivable things that, like, they were there. Like, my mom and stepdad in particular aren't even, like, fans of wrestling. They were just there to support me, and then you create a situation with them where there was almost an assault. Completely ridiculous. But speaking of assault, after the match,
Kenneth James.
mm-hmm,
My boy, conniving Kenneth James,
who wasn't even supposed to be at this show,
comes in the ring and kicks the crap.
Nice big old DDT on Chris Caliber, and this was
awesome.
This was one of the most unneeded, unprovoked attacks I've ever seen.
We were on our way to the back because it was intermission. Yeah. Next thing you know, here comes Kenneth James.
Yeah,
okay.
We had set down our headsets and we were headed to the back.
I wanted a hot dog.
The jokes write themselves, folks, but either way, and we got some really good footage of Kenneth James getting thrown out of the building, too. And Chris Caliber takes the mic and he says, all he had to do was ask. Chris Caliber is a fighting champion. So, beautiful Brett Havoc. Okay.
Go ahead. No, like, it's nothing disrespectful against Chris Caliber.
For once.
Shut up. For once, I will actually give Chris Caliber some respect and say, yeah, all he had to do was ask. And then he called him out. He was like, I don't care if Bret Havoc beats me next month. I'll take on Kenneth James.
Yeah. He says,
I want to see that. Like I want to see.
I do want to see that.
I want to see
showdown
Jeremy and Chris Caliber go at it again because I always love those matches. Jeremy just needs to come out on top. And honestly, I would love to see Kenneth James take it to Chris Caliber.
So either way you put it, you just want to see Chris Caliber getting beat up.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Interesting. Speaking of getting beat up, it is time to talk about our main event of the evening. I said on the prediction show that I thought Apollo Star had an answer for everything. And it was somewhat hope as you take a drink of your Chick-fil-A cup.
Thirsty.
So it was somewhat wishful thinking on my part to predict that Apollo Star was going to win the championship. But at the end of the day, everything that JD put up against Apollo Star was not enough. And your new EMERGE champion is Apollo Star.
I will pull Jeremy Hadley out of this and smack the fat off you.
Please, I've been trying to lose weight.
Oh God, I'm just.
So, really though,
So
as we
stupid, it's stupid.
as we get into this match, the two guys started out hot and heavy, very familiar with one another, and they took it to one another right from the bat. It was a long, grueling match, and one by one, all of JD's moves didn't work for him. One by one, where he hits him with a huge lariat, nothing. He cannonballs him in the corner, nothing. Big Samoan drop, 2 count. So close. And to JD's credit too, all of Apollo's stuff wasn't wearing down JD either. It was just who could have. If you're just gonna keep saying that, then take off your headset. To JD's credit, it was whoever was going to do the big move first that was going to win it, and JD went for his biggest move, and he never ever busts this out. I've only seen him do it a couple times ever, but he knew that's what it was going to take to beat Apollo, and we saw the big man fly. Went up to the top rope, tried to hit the swanton. Apollo got out of the way. Apollo hit him with the dirty genie. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new EMERGE champion in one of the most triumphant moments in EMERGE history. Go. I'll take a drink. Just kind of just say whatever you gotta say.
It's freaking stupid.
Before the match started, everybody came out with even odds. JD came out with Jacob Johns and Nikki, and then Apollo came out with the rest of the Triple Cs. Dave Dynasty threw out all of them. He said there would be no interference in this match, and indeed there wasn't. And at the end of the day, when the smoke cleared and ties had been thrown, Apollo Star is your new EMERGE champion. And not to give any credit to me, but just as I predicted. And is really just a happy moment for Apollo, a happy moment for everybody who JD has bullied all of these years, and I think Apollo Star, as the champion, is here to stay. I think he will be EMERGE champion for a great while.
I don't think it's gonna last.
Of course you don't.
He doesn't deserve the title, Casey. I think JD is going
In
to
what
take it
way?
back. He just doesn't deserve it. He's a sloppy wrestler.
He's a sloppy wrestler. Well, I mean, he doesn't have he isn't a very technical wrestler, but his style comes from the streets and it worked. It worked. 3
JD
count.
deserves the title.
New Emerge champion, 3 count.
Nah, yeah, you can keep that. But Apollo's not keeping the title for long.
All right. So our next event, Emerge 15 Triumphant, where we will see Apollo defend his title for the first time. We will see JD Mariani refocus his efforts. Uh, and we will see a lot happen. It's going to be a fantastic show, and we will film predictions when it's closer to time. But for now, my name is Casey Johnson. This is Richey Stevens.
What's up?
You guys have a nice day.